Hello everyone. Hello traders, welcome to the live streams of Global Trade Live. So today is 24th May and we are again in London session. So let's just get started. Hello Anki, how are you? Okay, so let's just check GBP. Oh, that's great. Looks like you just got your winning trade today. Oh, no problem. We will try to catch another one. Okay, so let's just get started. Let's look at the weekly candles over here. Let's remove all the drawings. Okay, so so we're looking at the weekly time frame over here. The previous week candle just closed, kind of a doji week, bearish or a doji candle. So it has the wick on the top, wick on the bottom, and small body candle is there. Last week candle. So this means that we really don't know where will be the current week's candle will be going. So that's the issue with the weekly time frame over here. But looking at the overall structure, let's see. Okay, so by looking at the overall structure in weekly, it looks like the previous week's candle has just rejected to the to this support over here. Let's just draw some trend line. Sorry, zones over here. So this is our target zone, target area over here, and this was the support area over here. So the previous week candle has just rejected the support area, and this current week candle is just starting to move up, as this is Monday, so we have to be very careful uh, before taking our trades. So yeah, so that's the thing we have just found in weekly time frame. So I think it will be going up in weekly. So let's just go to the daily time frame over here. Let's check. Okay, so daily time frame looks like it's just consolidating. We have this resistance at this point, and we have this, kind of this kind of support at this point. So it's just kind of consolidating right now. So nothing much in daily time frame over here. But the thing is, let's go back to the daily here. But the thing is, if today's candle crosses above the Friday's high over here, then there's a very high chance that we will be moving up. So we will be keeping an eye on that. So let's see. Okay, so 4 hour. So 4 hour looks like it's completely just consolidating since 10th of May till now. So yeah, the 4 hour is just consolidating. There's nothing in 4 hour. Let's just go to the 1 hour and let's find some clean areas to take trades. Okay, so the thing is, our bias is bullish. Yeah, because overall trend is bullish. So let's just see where we can just enter the trade in the 1 hour time frame over here. So the problem here is that we we have this. Let's just mark recent support and resistance over here. Okay, so if we mark a recent resistance level over here, then our support level will be around this will be our support level over here, right? So we just got our range here. This is a no trade zone. Okay, and okay, so let's just go to 30 minutes over here, because we will be taking trades in 30 minutes. So it's very important for us to move to 30 minutes and mark these levels in that time frame. Okay, so looks like there is extremely, these VIX problem is there in GBJPY in the 30 minutes time frame. So if you calculate the range, there is not enough range also. There is just this range over here, but the thing is, there are wicks over here, like this candle is having a wick, then the previous candle is having this wick over here, and this candle is also having wick over here, and this candle is also having wick over here, plus so many rejection wicks are also there. Different levels of resistance levels are there which are near to each other. So that's the problem over here in GBP/JPY. So we have to just switch to the bigger time frames. The 1 hour looks more promising. So if we just mark a recent resistance level over here, then we just got our clean area at this point, which is around 17.5 pips of range. So if we just mark a resistance level at this point, so yeah, this is our range in the 1 hour time frame to execute buy trades. And the thing is, I'll be waiting for the confirmations in 1 hour time frame to execute a buy trade in GBP/JPY, because we have marked our zones in the 1 hour time frame. So we'll be searching for the opportunity in 1 hour. And on the downside, I'll be, waiting for a break and close below this level over here in the 30 minutes or the 1 hour time frame. Let's see how it goes. But right now we are in a no trade zone, so cannot say anything. So we need to wait for these levels to break to take a trade. So I think GJ will be, giving us some challenge over here, because the market structure is quite tricky and difficult in GBP/JPY. Tian Fat is saying, is that true that every Monday the candles always looks ugly? No, it's not necessary. To be very honest, it's not really necessary. It really depends upon the market. If you have volume in the market on Mondays, then you will be seeing some moves happening on Mondays also. Because I have, so many winning Mondays also, and good setups I have found on Mondays. So yeah, it totally depends on the volume. So to move in this area or below that area for sells, just hold on a second. Okay, so to move into this area over here above 154.330 or below 153.832, we really need some volume in the market to push down so that we can take a trade. So let's see. So let me just give some levels over here so that everyone can see those levels. Okay, so this is a no trade zone, and we can have buys above this area, and we can have sells below this area. So we have our zones marked over here. The thing is, we could have just took, we can take a buy trade above this level over here. But the problem is, we just have 12.5 pips of range, and above this level we have this resistance over here. So this is also a no trade zone. This is also a no trade zone for us. Yeah. So the range is bigger for the no trade zones, and for the perfect zones to enter, we really need to wait some time, because if there will be volume in the market, then GJ will be entering these areas soon. But if there is no volume in the market today, then Today will be a character building day. That's it. Let's see. Okay, so let's see what the gold is saying. So if we look at the 1 month graph over here, so the 1 month is having 6 days left, 6 7 days left to for this candle to close over here, and we are near to a rejection zone or a resistance zone over here. So there is a very high chance that we can just tap into this area of the rejection zone and closes somewhere around 1896.50 or something. If we close here, the second scenario is that there can be more volume coming into the market, and it can just push this 1 month candle to directly to this level over here. Because look at this structure over here. Don't see this as a 1 month candle structure. See this as a normal 30-minute candle structure, let's say. So if we draw our levels of resistance and support, then what you will see is gold just went up, created a high, it went all the way down, retested this area over here, which is a rejection zone over here. When the previous month candle closes bullish, this month candle went up. Same exactly like the structure behaves in smaller time frames also. So same structure is in monthly time frame also. So when we see a structure of this kind, then the most probability of to testing that high increases. Yeah, the probability of testing that high or testing that low increases, because this is extremely a profitable structure over here. So I think we can eventually tapping into this area at 1992.11. So monthly looks like completely bullish. Let's go to the weekly over here. Okay, so weekly looks like it's also going to a rejection zone over here, and should be creating some sort of lower wick, and then we'll be moving up. So yeah. Okay, so the daily time frame is quite good over here, because we have this this clean range at this point. So what I want to see here in gold is that I want a bearish candle to form, and I want a bullish candle to break the high of that bearish candle to continue moving up. So that will be our break, retest, and continuation. So that's the thing I want to see in gold. Let's see to the 4 hour over here. Okay, so 4 hour time frame looks like it has just created a recent resistance at this point, recent support, and it's just consolidating between those two zones over here. If you go to the 1 hour time frame, so 1 hour is having, I think in the 1 hour time frame we can have our trade today. Yeah, because there is this support at this point. Okay, let me just remove all the drawings. Okay, so we have this resistance at this point, and we have this clean range, and we have this support at this point, right? And we are currently moving into these areas over here, and we have this this support over here also. So, and you can see that above this area of resistance we have this another area of resistance, which is extremely near to this point. So that's the problem in gold right now. Let's see what 30-minute time frame is showing us. Okay, So if I look at the 30-minute over here, then there is this support over here in the 30 minutes below this, below which we have this clean area. So what I'm going to do is I will be waiting for a candle to break and close below this area over here to execute a sell trade. So this is a no trade zone for me, and let me just adjust this level. Okay. Okay, so let's just give it some labeling over here. So this is a no trade zone. Okay, so we will be having buys above this area, above 1889.47. We will be having sells below 1879.17. So let's just check our target for the buy area. Let's just see if we have something on the left. Okay, so I think we have this clean area to the left. Okay, so the thing is, above this level we have around 15-16 pips of range. Okay, so I think if we close below above this level, then we will not be having enough range. So I'll just adjust this level to this point over here, and our target will be now 31 pips of range. We have 31 pips of range above this level over here. So buys above this area, which is 1890.94. Let's just go back. Okay, so we have a good range above this area over here. So I think I'll be taking buys above this area after breaking close above 1890.94, because I'll be having a good range of 33 pips at that point, and sells below this area will be valid for me, because I know that if a candle crosses below and closes below this is 1879.17, then I'll be having a good opportunity for sell trade. So yeah, that's the analysis for both the currencies at this point. Okay, so let's check our sell target for GBJPY. Let's calculate this range over here. 15 pips of range is there, so I think we can take a trade in this range. Yeah, let's just look for some symmetry over here. Okay, Okay, so the current 30-minute candle and 1 hour candle is showing volume in the market. And if I talk about this symmetrical thing in the market, then I see that this is, you know, there is this some kind of symmetry making. Not so perfect, but yeah, it's kind of recognizable. So yeah, I'll be going for sells below this area, because if once we crosses below, or closes like somewhere around here, then will be good opportunity to take a sell trade for 14 pips, I think. Yeah. Okay, I think there will be lots of waiting in gold today. Maybe not. We will see. Okay, so by looking at the bigger time frames in gold and GPJPY, let's have a look and talk about this. Okay, so gold tried to go up, break this level over here, but it rejected that level, came coming down in this current 4-hour candle. But the thing is, what I'm thinking about gold is, you know, it has again reached to this resistance level, right? And to go up, it has to break above this resistance with volume. So once this candle starts reverse back, or if the next candle starts to go up, by crossing this area over here, at that will be the point there will be more surety for buys in gold, right? Because here's the thing, every time when the gold wants to break up, it has to just go up with volume. So we will be seeing volume in gold if we will be tapping in this area at this point, in this area, which is at 1888.91, something like that. So yeah, currently I think gold should be breaking up. Hey Brandon, good morning. And in case of GBPJPY, it's just repeating the same move it repeated in earlier. So eventually we can see GBPJPY to tapping in this area, which is 153.507, and after that it will be rejecting that area to move up. But the one thing we know is GBPJPY will be tapping into this area. So that's our symmetry is also telling us that GBPJPY will be moving down. So yeah, we will keeping in that mind and trading accordingly. Once GBJPY closes below 153.832, it will be an easy 10 pips. That's what I think. And the thing is, GBJPY structure is kind of changing from buy to sell, and that's really a good sign for us to execute sells in GBJPY. So my bias is sells in GBJPY. And if I talk about the gold over here, I really don't, gold is kind of really difficult to analyze today, because It's just moving, I know, very weirdly. It's just moving sideways for from long time. So it's kind of hard to, analyze gold. But let's see. I am actually trying to figure out some symmetry in gold. I think symmetry in gold will be moved up, came down, moved up, came down. Again, I'm upward move over here. Then this move, and then the symmetry begins. Moving up, it should come down to this level. Then we might see some sort of retracement and eventually a fall down. So this will be some kind of figure making in gold. So once the gold is tapping onto this level over here, then we know that it may reject this level and retrace back a little bit. But at this point, when the gold will be coming to this level, then you know gold might try to trap the traders over here by creating some sort of long wicks or showing some fake volume. So just be aware of that. Be aware of that. Because if gold wants to, follow this symmetry, then it has to just give some rejection over here. And after that, it will be falling down. So once we manage to catch this move over here, it will be good pips for us to take. 40, 52 pips. 52, I think, no, more than. Okay, so this is 68 pips of range over here. So if this symmetry is creating right now, then let's see what the 4-hour time frame is just saying to us, because that will be really important. Okay, so which means if this symmetry is following, then the cold 4-hour candle, next candle, should be coming down. So if the next candle wants to come down, then let's see if some sort of, something we are getting in. If we are talking about this thing over here, I think this makes sense over here. Yeah, but let's see. Because I'm saying it's just difficult to trade gold right now. Okay, so Mr. Hank is saying, yeah, I think GJ is due for correction, been in an uptrend for too long. GJ, basically, GJ is just consolidating and doing nothing else from May 10th till now. So it's been, I think, almost a month now. It's just consolidating. It just gave us this big move on, I think, 7th, 8th May, but nothing after that. But still good. If we just, focus on the symmetry thing and this price action over here, then we will be good. Because, the trick is, and the best part is, right now, GBP JPY is around 15, 16 pips above our level, right? So if GBP JPY come close to our level and starts to move down and taps our level, then that will be the point we will be knowing that, okay, So GBP was moving down, you know, got some sort of retracement over here, and now it's moving down again. So eventually, if it's moving down again, then it can tap on this area over here also, right? Because we are moving down, creating some sort of retracements over here, and then eventually moving down. So that will be happening here also, because we have the screen range on the left. So that makes total sense over here to execute sells in GJ. So I think GJ should be moving down. Yeah, I really think that. But for that, we need some sort of confirmations. So we will be waiting for that. Okay, so looks like gold is just dropping here. Mr. Hanky saying, and it looks like a head and shoulder on GJ on the 4 hour. Potential reversal. Let's see. The problem is in this setup is there are 3 shoulders over here, and I think if this the same symmetry is repeating here is, then there can be 3 shoulders here also. So that's the problem with this. I'm telling you, right? Because GJ is really hard and gold is also really hard to analyze. So that's why it's just, you look at this area over here, look at this consolidation over here. If we don't know that we will be breaking down to just mirror this move, or it will be, eventually just moving up. We really don't know. Because at this point, by consolidating, when a currency consolidates, it's just correcting all the, levels of, what do we say, all the like RSI levels, stochastic levels, and all the levels are being corrected when a currency just consolidates. By not going anywhere, not up, not down, by consolidating only, all the levels will be corrected. So that's happening. Okay, so moving down here, GBP JPY. EXP Gaming is saying, hey bro, can you please tell how to react news events? Buddy. Okay, so just give me some time over here. Gold is just dropping. Look, we have 24 minutes left, right? And this 5-minute candle is just dropping here in gold. 3 minutes left. So I think we should wait for 3 more minutes in gold to, for this candle to close. But if this candle just starts to drop directly to this level over here, then we cannot do anything. What can happen here is also, it can just reject this area and go all the way up. That also can happen here. That's the issue. Because I haven't seen this correction move on this area over here, so this correction move can be coming on this area. GJ is just dropping here. Let's just switch to bigger time frames to take trades. Two-hour candle flipping back. 1-hour candle reversing all the way back over here. Alright. So we have 6 minutes left for GBJPY to close at this point. I think it should be dropping directly to this level over here. What is the total deduction if you earn $100 on one standard lot? Did you took a trade? Yeah, I took a small trade over here in GBJPY. But the thing is, really not sure about this. That's why I didn't call out this trade live, because because we can just reject this area over here also. 6 minutes left for 15-minute candle to close. 30-minute candle just broke down here, so let's see. If you are taking this trade, then just take small lots. Don't use bigger lots here. So GPU is just rejecting all the way up. Look at this rejection over here. Okay, so what is the total deduction if you earn $100 on? Deduction depends upon the broker. It totally depends upon the broker. And it also depends upon the spread. Okay, so gold just dropped here. Two minutes left. One pip spread. Okay, so the total deduction will be around. Look, if you take a trade, supposingly of one lot, right, on your broker, and the spread on GPJPY is one pip, right? Then when you will be taking the trade, it will be showing you minus $10 in the starting, right? and once you hit your 10 pips of TP, then your TP will be closing at, you know, around 11 pips, because there is 1 pip of spread at your broker. So once you will be closing in 10 pips, at that point you will not be gaining a full 10 pips of a full $100 over there. There you will be earning around, 90 dollars maybe, because the spread is 1 pip, and so that's the overall deduction over there. So your total deduction will be around, 10 $12, something like that. But that totally depends on the broker, right? So that totally depends upon your broker. Okay, so gold is just moving up right now. I think it will be giving us a correction move at this point. Look at this rejection in GJ over here. It just came all the way back down and reverses back. There was no news in the market though. Okay, look, gold just rejecting that area. Let's just see. So if the 5-minute candle crosses below this area, then the stops will be extremely big. I think stops should be in 1 minute. This will be our trigger point, and we will be placing our stops according to the 1 minute time frame. So in 30-minute candle, gold still have 12 minutes left, and if starts to drop, here, then it can just eventually move down to this level. So let's keep an eye on gold. That's why it's really important to, wait for the candle to break and close below or above a zone. At this point, those who have just took this trade, like I did, we could have just managed our risk properly at this point, because it was just, to look at the rejection over here. And the worst part is that in this 11 minutes, GBJPY can come all the way back down again and can just close right here, somewhere right here. So, hey Shaz, good morning. How you manage your trade in GJ? Okay, let me just show you. So I took this trade in GJ when the candles were coming down. Took this trade here at this point, and once the 1 minute candle closed bullish over here, and the next candle closed bullish also, and when this long candle over here starts to break this high over here at this point, I closed half of the trade, and when this candle closed bullish, I closed another half here, total of half over here. So by this I just managed my trade, because on the other time frames the stop loss is around 20 pips, so 20 pips is extremely big for me. So that's why I just managed my trade in 1 minute. And I'm really glad to manage this trade over here, because look at the rejection at this point. Look at this rejection over here. It's just huge. Okay, gold is dropping. I think gold should be coming down. So this candle is having around 4 minutes left to close. This can be a wick fill also. So currently we have 3 minutes left for gold 5 minute candle to close. Do you also trade silver? No, I don't trade silver. I just trade gold and GBJPY. I'll never take a trade if it dropped that much on GJ, even if it's breaking the lows. TB Sydney, it totally depends upon the volume over here, because the trade in GJ was making sense because the candle was big bearish, and breaking the low here or also, and we have this clean range to the left. I wasn't also 100% sure, but that's why I just dropped my lot sizes to minimum. So whenever I'm not sure, but I have a gut feeling that it can go, so I just reduce my lot size so that if I lose, then I won't be losing much. So that's the thing. So now now after this trade over here, so now if I will be getting this setup again, and more quality setup at this time, I'll be using my original lot size over here, and if I win that trade, then I'll be in profit. So that's how trades and losses will be managed in these trades over here. So now we have 50 seconds left for 5-minute candle to close in gold. So if this candle closes like this, then it won't be making any higher high or higher low, or lower low or lower high, because this low is above this low over here, and this low is above this low. So I think we can see a bullish movement in gold. Yeah, but to go down, we in gold, it really needs to break this low over here. So let's see, 5 minutes left for 30-minute candle to close, and 15-minute candle to close also. Okay, so the thing is, if this 5-minute candle breaks this low over here, breaks this low over here, I'm going to take a sell trade at this point. And how I'm managing my risk is, I will be taking trade at this point. I'll be keeping my stops above this level over here, which is around 9.2 pips. And if this current candle starts to break its own high at that point, I'll be closing half of the trade. By this, I'll be managing my risk, because I think that it can be a wick fill for 30-minute or 30-minute time frame. If this candle breaks this low over here, only that. Oh. Because we have this range is around 14-15 pips, so easily we can just grab this range. I am 70% sure it's a wick fill. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking also, because 2 minutes left and need to fill this wick in 2 minutes. I don't know if that will be happening or not. That's why I'm really waiting for this green line to break. Okay, so it's not breaking. So at this point, it is creating some sort of support over here. If this candle closes bullish, then this will be a support, and whenever there is support, then chances of going up increases. Let's see. So right now we have 30 seconds left, and I really am not going to take a trade here, and because these are the last 20 seconds, so really cannot trust gold at this point. So 30-minute candle is also closing here, and 1 hour candle is also closing. Okay, so in the 1 hour there can be a wick fill also. 30-minute there can be a wick fill also. 15-minute. Okay, so I think that's a good sign over here. So the previous 5-minute candle closed bearish. Okay, that's also good that it's going up and creating a liquidity break over here. Okay, it's moving down now. So I'll be executing a trade once we cross below the green line. And I think that will be the last trade off for today. Because, to fill the wick, it has to go down. That's the simple thought in my mind, and there is, you know, the wick fill can be done in 1 hour, and eventually we can just go all the way down over here. Once we start to go down, then we will be having good range to the downside. Easily we can grab 15 to 20 pips. So that's the idea. 3 minutes left, and it has just created a liquidity wick at this point. So what I will be doing is I'll be taking a trade when this candle breaks below the green line, and I will be keeping my stop loss above this candle over here and managing my risk in 5 minutes only. So let's see if we can just break below the green line. So this candle, when this candle opened, so it was very near to this green line. The green line was above at that point. So that's why I just, took this green line a little bit more down, because if this current candle wants to go down, then it has to go through this point also. So that was the plan here. So 1 minute left. So if this candle shows some volume now and started to reverse back and starts to go down, then there's a very high chance then we can have a long candle in 5 minutes. And the second scenario is if this candle closes bullish and the next candle breaks the green line to the downside, then also that will be a high probability trade. Looking for sells only. Okay, so the candle is just now starts to move down at this point. Just took a sell trade over here. Okay, rejected that area. I'll be closing 50% once this candle breaks its own high. Executed here. Stop loss is here. Okay, 5 minute candle closed bullish. If this 5 minute candle breaks the previous candle's high, I'll be closing half of the trade. So now really anticipating for this 5 minute candle to go all the way down. So if the current 5 minute candle breaks its own high, I'll be closing half, and I'll be closing another half once this 5 minute candle breaks the previous candle's high. By this, I'll be reducing my risk extremely low because I really want this 5 minute candle to go all the way down, but looks like it's just rejecting this area. I think I'll wait for New York volume. I'll still very much sure it's going down. Yeah, same here. That's the bias because we have big fills in the bigger time frames and the gold is moving down, so that's what I'm thinking also. It should be going down to test the low and drop further. But the thing is the rejections in this area. Look at the rejection in the previous candle. Okay, so 10 seconds left. Just closed bearish. So scenario will remain the same. This candle closed bearish, weak bearish, but still bearish. So yeah. So once this current candle, if the current candle breaks above the high of the previous candle, then I'm going to close half of the trade to minimize my risk. Because the thing is, market moves down from a resistance, right? And we have this gold has just formed this resistance over here by closing bearish. So now this 5-minute candle can just fill the previous candle wick and eventually can go down all the way down. You know, in bigger time frames it will be filling the wick of the previous candles, and in the smaller time frames it will be, going to test this low again. So that's why I really think that this should be going down. If this doesn't go down and starts to go up, then at that scenario I'm also ready to manage my risk. So let's see. Okay, let's see if it goes up. So we have 1 minute left for the current 5 minute candle to close. So we have 7 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and this candle is closing bearish. Okay, so this candle has just closed strong bearish candle with no wick, but still, and I think 15-minute candle also closed here. Okay, 15-minute candle just closed like this, so this candle can eventually fill the wick of the previous 15-minute candle by going down. But if the current 5-minute candle just breaks this wick over here, then we'll be closing half. Just closed half at this point. Closed another half. Okay. So yeah, that's how I managed my risk here. So I just lost around seven pips in gold out of these 10 pips. I just lost around 7 pips. Okay, so the gold is now moving up. Look at this candle over here. Well managed. Yeah, that's why, managing trade is really important. Because we know that we are not winning here, so that's why managing is a better option. So closed one half here, another half here, third half here, then the last lot, which was a tiny lot over here, was just stopped out. So if we just take this count, and then 5 pips, one lot closed in 5 pips, second got closed in around 6.2 pips, third closed in around 7.6 pips, and the fourth one just hit stop loss. So managing trades are really important. So I think that's it, guys. That's it for today, because I'm not going to take another trade today, because I already took 2 trades and managed those trades eventually in loss today. So not more trades today. Monday trades are really dangerous sometimes. So I hope that you will be getting some profits in New York. So take care, everybody, and just trade safe today, because the market is just not good, I think. So that's why deciding not to take any more trades. So yeah. Okay, guys, take care, and I hope everyone who got the EA, just if anybody did not got that EA, then they can contact me, or maybe some people just got missed from my mind to send that EA to those. So if anybody wants the EA, they can just send me a message on Instagram, Telegram, or somewhere. So okay, guys, take care. It was really nice to have you on my streams. Thank you.